On 21st of October 2022, after 4 years, Pakistan is taken off the grey list of terrorist nations by FATF. Pakistan is a country where the army has its government and uses terrorism as a weapon of war. On Friday, Pakistan has removed from a list of nations that are subject to enhanced monitoring, often known as the Grey List, by the Financial Action Task Force, FATF. This global organization monitors money laundering and the financing of terrorism. After its plenary, FATF President Raja Kumar spoke to the media and mentioned that Pakistan had been on the Grey List since 2018. There are two parallel action strategies. Other than returning terrorists to India, the country where the terrorist crimes were committed, he said the Pakistani government had laboriously addressed the action plan items. He mentioned that the task force had visited the site on August 31st. He said that the on-site team attested to the Pakistani leadership's high degree of dedication, the sustainability of changes, and their resolve to continue making improvements. As a result of these action plans, Pakistan has strengthened the efficacy of this system for preventing the financing of terrorists. In addition, Kumar said steps had been taken to improve asset forfeiture outcomes, strengthen risk-based oversight of financial and non-financial organizations, and investigate and punish money laundering. Pakistan has been taken off the list for more excellent monitoring. As a result, he claimed Pakistan, however, he has appeared on this list thrice in the previous 20 years. The FATF acknowledged that Pakistan has made substantial progress on enhancing its anti-money laundering and countering the financing of terrorism (AML/CFT) system in its handout. To fulfill the obligations of its action plans regarding the strategic deficiencies that the FATF identified in June 2018 and June 2021, Pakistan has strengthened the efficacy of its AML/CFT regime and addressed technical shortcomings, the latter of which was finished ahead of schedule and included a total of 34 action items. Therefore, according to the handout, Pakistan is no longer under the heightened FATF monitoring procedure. It also stated that Pakistan would keep cooperating with the Asia-Pacific Group to advance its AML/CFT system. PTI asserts credit. Pakistan's removal from the Grey List was credited to PTI leaders. According to former Minister Hamad Azhar, Pakistan completed all FATF dual scrutiny-related action items between October 2018 and March 2022. He claimed that our outstanding team of officials from the federal government's various departments and the provincial governments deserve all the glory. Imran Ismail, the head of the PTI, stated that the PTI administration and the team under the direction of former Prime Minister Imran Khan put in a lot of effort to achieve the goal. Babar Awan of the PTI posted an image of the National Assembly in action, claiming it was taken the day he introduced bills for Pakistan's removal of the Grey List. The imported Prime Minister spoke against these bills with his courtiers. "Remember, Pakistanis," he said. Pakistan's Grey List saga, a continuing saga. Due to shortcomings in its legal, financial, regulatory, investigations, prosecution, judicial, and non-government sectors to combat money laundering and combat terror financing, Pakistan was added to the jurisdiction subject to increased monitoring in June 2018. It was deemed a severe threat to the global financial system. Under a 27-point action plan, Pakistan was added to the jurisdiction subject to increased monitoring in June 2018. However, later on, 34 action points were added. Since then, the nation has actively collaborated with FATF and its affiliates to strengthen its legal and financial systems against money laundering and the financing of terrorism to comply with 40 FATF recommendations and meet international standards. From August 29 to September 2, a joint delegation of 15 people from the FATF and Asia-Pacific Group, the regional affiliate of the FATF with a base in Sydney, visited Pakistan to check on the status of the nation's adherence to the FATF's 34-point action plan. The authorities who had kept the delegation's visit to the country under wraps later referred to it as a smooth and successful tour. In accordance with the FATF plenary's authorization of an on-site visit in June 2022, the delegation had extensive discussions with pertinent agencies. According to the Foreign Office, the objective of the visit was to confirm Pakistan's high-level commitment to and sustainability of reforms in the AML/CFT regime. The Foreign Office also stated that it looked forward to the evaluation process' logical conclusion. The FATF International Cooperation Review Group and plenary meetings will consider the report of the on-site team. Pakistan said that after 4 years of ongoing and arduous work, It had achieved a high level of technical conformity with FATF standards and assured high levels of efficacy by putting into practice 2 extensive FATF action plans. Pakistan was determined to be compliant or mainly compliant with FATF's 34 requirements in June of this year. FATF then sent an on-site team to confirm this before publicly declaring Pakistan's removal from the grey list, which eventually happened in August and September. In terms of technical adherence to FATF requirements, Pakistan was evaluated by APG as compliant or mainly compliant in 38 out of 40 FATF recommendations in August of this year, placing it among the top-performing nations globally. The Foreign Office stated last month that the FATF technical team's visit had been successful and that Islamabad anticipated the evaluation process logical completion in October.